The moment that made millions of people at home whisper the same 4 words. He is not human. Let's get into it. Number 20, Hakeem Olajuwon blocks a Shaquille O'Neal dunk attempt, 1994. Shaq was supposed to be unblockable. Hakeem blocked him anyway multiple times in the 1994-95 finals, helping the Rockets sweep the Magic. Blocking Shaquille O'Neal is the basketball equivalent of stopping a freight train with your bare hands. Number 19, Wilt Chamberlain out-hustles Bill Russell for rebounds, 1960s. The Chamberlain-Russell rivalry defined an era. Wilt averaged 22.9 rebounds per game for his career. Russell was no slouch either, 22.5 career rebounds per game. 2 giants redefining what athletic meant for big men every single night. Number 18, LeBron James breaks Kareem's all-time scoring record, 2023. On February 7th, 2023, LeBron James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA all-time scoring record of 38,387 points, a record that had stood for over 40 years. The arena stopped. The game paused. History happened. Number 17, Michael Jordan's last shot, 1998 Finals, Game 6. With the Jazz up 86-85, Jordan stole the ball from Karl Malone, pushed up the court without a timeout, and hit the series-clinching jumper over Brian Russell with 5.2 seconds left. 6 championships, 6 finals appearances, 6 finals MVPs, the most pressure-resistant player who ever lived. Number 16, LeBron's The Block, 2016 Finals, Game 7. Andre Iguodala had a clear layup. The game was tied. Cleveland's championship was fading. Then LeBron James, coming from the opposite side of the court, appeared from nowhere, chased Iguodala down and pinned the ball to the backboard. The Cavs won. Cleveland got its title. The basketball world shook. Number 15, Giannis Tunnel Dunk, 2020. Giannis caught the ball at half court, took 2 dribbles, and dunked on the other end. The mathematical impossibility of that sequence of events still hasn't been fully explained. He covers distance in the way normal people cover square footage in the living room. Number 14, Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, March 2nd, 1962. Philadelphia Warriors, New York Knicks, Hershey, Pennsylvania. No TV cameras, almost no fans. Just Wilt Chamberlain putting up the most remarkable individual statistical performance in the history of team sports. By the fourth quarter, the Warriors weren't trying to win, they were feeding Wilt every possession. Trying to make history with 6 minutes left. He scored his 100th point. The record has never been threatened. Number 13, Michael Jordan's The Shot versus Cleveland, 1989. May 7th, 1989, Jordan over Craig Elo. The pump fake, the push-off, the hang time, the fall-away jumper as the buzzer rang. The Cavaliers were eliminated. Jordan's legacy was cemented. One of the most iconic images in NBA history, arms raised, fist pumping before the ball even went in. Number 12, Magic Johnson's triple-double in the 1980 Finals as a center. Magic Johnson started Game 6 of the 1980 NBA Finals at center because Kareem was injured. He was 20 years old. He went out and scored 42 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, and dished 7 assists to win the championship. A point guard, playing center, in the finals, at 20. Most players don't produce those numbers in their best season. Number 11, Steph Curry's shooting season in 2015-2016. Curry shot 45.4% from three-point range while attempting 11.3 threes per game in 2015-16. He made 402 three-pointers in a single season, a record that shattered his own previous record by 74 makes. It wasn't just efficiency. It was volume efficiency at a rate that had never existed. The basketball world watched and simply shook its head. Number 10, Vince Carter at the 2000 Slam Dunk Contest. Half man, half amazing, VC put together the greatest dunk contest performance in history. A 360 windmill, a between-the-legs alley-oop, and a reverse 360 that left judges with no choice but to give him a perfect score. The crowd wasn't cheering, they were screaming. The commentators ran out of words. Vince Carter didn't just win that contest, he ended it. Number 9, Michael Jordan's 63-point playoff performance versus Boston, 1986. In Jordan's second season, coming back from a broken foot, he dropped 63 points on the Boston Celtics in a first-round playoff game. The Celtics had Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish, the greatest front court ever assembled. After the game, Larry Bird said, "I think he's God disguised as Michael Jordan." That quote says everything. Number 8. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar passes Wilt Chamberlain on the all-time scoring list, 1984. In 1984, Kareem passed Wilt Chamberlain for the NBA's all-time scoring record. He would hold that record for over 38 years through the entire careers of Magic, Bird, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, and a generation of great players, until LeBron finally passed him in 2023. A human being held the record that long. Let that sink in. Number 7. Ja Morant, the most electrifying player of his generation. Ja Morant treats the laws of gravity as mere suggestions. One specific block saw him catch the ball with 2 hands against the backboard, his elbow at rim height, as a point guard. He leads all guards in paint touches, resulting in dunks. He is, as one outlet put it, the answer to, what if Allen Iverson had a 44-inch vertical? When Morant is healthy and locked in, every possession is a potential viral moment. Number 6. Giannis Antetokounmpo's NBA Finals performance 2021. In Game 6 of the 2021 NBA Finals, Giannis put up 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks to clinch the championship. The greatest finals clinching performance since Jerry West. A man from Greece who learned basketball on the streets of Athens, who was nearly cut from the NBA, who had just delivered the most physically dominant finals game in modern history. Number 5. Elgin Baylor's revolutionary athleticism, 1950s and 60s. Before Jordan, before LeBron, before anyone, there was Elgin Baylor. He invented the mid-air body contortion. He invented the hang time. He invented the up and under. He averaged 38.3 points per game in the 1961-62 season. He scored 61 points in a finals game in 1962, playing on one leg in the Army Reserve on weekends, flying in for games, and then outperforming everyone. The things he did in 1959 weren't supposed to be possible until 1989. Number 4. Wilt Chamberlain's overall athletic profile. Let's not forget what we're dealing with here. Wilt averaged 50.4 points and 25.7 rebounds per game in 1961 and 62. He averaged over 30 points and over 22 rebounds for his career. He once scored 100 points in a game that wasn't even televised, in a half-empty arena against a team that had no big men to guard him. And he never fouled out of a single NBA game in his entire career. Not once. Number 3. Michael Jordan, the career. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 14 All-Star selections, a Defensive Player of the Year award, a 63-point playoff game that made Larry Bird compare him to God. He was a permanent argument that humans have a ceiling, and he simply never found his. Number 2. LeBron James 2016 Finals, the complete performance. Trailing 3-1 in the NBA Finals, against a Warriors team that had just set the all-time regular season wins record at 73-9. LeBron averaged 29.7 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 8.9 assists across the 7 games, and in Game 7, he delivered the chase-down block and the go-ahead basket, and 27 points and 11 rebounds. He became the first player in finals history to lead both teams in all 5 major statistical categories. Not one team, both teams. He was the best player on both sides of the floor simultaneously. Number 1. Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, March 2nd, 1962. There is no other choice for number 1. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a regular season NBA game. It has been over 60 years. Nobody has scored 80. Nobody has come close to 90. The record isn't being challenged. It exists in a dimension that currently players can't access. On that night in Hershey, Pennsylvania, with a small crowd and no TV cameras, a man did something so athletically impossible that it almost feels like it didn't happen, except it did. The scorebook says so. The box score says so. History says so. Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points, 1 game. He was not human. And that's 20 moments that made us stop and question what human beings are actually capable of. If you made it to the end, you're a real one. Drop a comment. Which moment do you think belongs on this list that we missed? Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.